What is up, everyone? So I made a mistake. If you go back to my video for the installation of these tail lights, I was wondering what all these extra connectors did, and a subscriber commented and told me, hey, it's actually to connect the brake lights from here and here so it all lights up. Just do the different function for the tail lights now. So as you can see, only this lights up, but it's meant to be completely like this. So I want to take this apart and show you guys what exactly I'm talking about. So for these BAYOPTIK ones, you have a connector for 2016 and up, and I believe 2013 and up. So I have mine connected to the correct one. This one, you could just apply it to here, and this is what I'm talking about. So this long wire is apparently supposed to be threaded through the interior, up through here, and into the connector for this one, so that when you apply the brakes, not only this turns red, but this turns red. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, you don't have to do it, but honestly, it's not that hard. And I'll show you, you can just thread this one right through here, in and up, and in through here. So let me just take off this inner paneling. What I'm gonna start by doing is putting this right through here. So in order to pull this off, you can just pull it down and pull out, and all the clips from behind just pop right off. What I'm gonna try and do next is thread it through this hole right here. And align it with the other wires, but also ensure that I have enough slack so that I don't encounter any issues with it unplugging in the future. So the problem that I'm encountering now is that we have this piece right here. I threaded through this hole, but this piece is supposed to go right through it, and I don't want to pinch the wire. So what I could do is either A, make this hole bigger, 2, drill this off, or 3, just fit it and see if I'm able to fit it with the wire and this. So what I've done instead is I've gone over here, and with a blade I've cut off a piece of it so that this can still go in, and it's going to fit nice and snug with the wire. So let's see if that fits a little bit better, because when I tried to press the taillight in, it just wouldn't fit as good as I had wanted. So let's see how this fits now. So that seemed to work. The lines are still decently okay. So let's work on the top. So with all these tabs pulled apart, I can pull it down a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna thread this right through here and up into where the tail light is. And you can see right here was what I was confused about on my previous video and what it does. So let's connect it and see what happens. As you can see, it's now connected. What I'm gonna do is use electrical tape to make this nice and clean and just have it aligned. as you can see, one side fully lit up on this side versus this side, and it was the inner portion that wasn't lighting up right here on this side. Minor thing, but I'm really happy that someone pointed it out. I've changed taillights on the E90 series and there wasn't any sort of weird connections to connect the two, but I'm assuming it's because possibly the majority of the actual taillight that has the brake light was just the outer portion, not the full both sides. So let's finish up the other side and get this all taped up. So what I did is applied some black electrical tape right here and right here, just to make sure that it looks nice and clean right here. And what I'm going to do is place another piece of tape just around here so it doesn't get unplugged at all. The way this is designed is to have more wiring down here, because what will happen is when you close this, you're going to see that it's going to put tension on the wire. So you want it to have as much slack on the bottom compared to the top so it can close. If you don't do that, what's going to happen is this is going to pop right off and it's going to break. So let's get this other side finished. So I've seen a few other tutorials, and the driver's side is a little bit harder because it doesn't have this opening right here. And what I'm going to do is just try and pry this open, feed the wire right through there, rather than having to take all of this apart, which includes this bottom plastic piece and I think like a screw somewhere in the back and a few of these bolts. But I think this is going to be a lot easier. So just like the other side, what I've done is I've cut off this little edge off of this portion that goes right in this hole, so it's going to be a snug fit, but I'm not going to have to do any extra drilling like ruining this, ruining that, and I think it's going to be just snug enough for it to be protected as well. So I've taken this off, and what I'm going to do is going to thread the wire right through here, up through here, and through here. Now be very careful because this piece is really delicate. These little tabs can break, so when it's over here you can use your finger and just slightly work it out. But you already know, BMW plastics. This car is only 2 years old, but it's brittle. So they're both finally in. Let's see how it looks. So there you go, it's all fixed, and like I said, I still can't believe how good these look. A lot of people are saying, oh, they look cheap, oh, you know, it's a knockoff of the GTS, but man, if you're willing to pay $8 grand for taillights, you're on some different level. You probably shouldn't be driving a BMW, you should be driving something nicer. But you know, I'm a purist also, I get it. I don't like seeing knockoffs, especially with like rims, you know, those brands like XXR and da-da-da-da. I'd rather it be BBSs, HREs if I can afford them, rather than copying them. But to be 100% honest, when taillights cost more than rims, that's just crazy. I know these taillights are taking the internet by storm, but you know, I really am just pleased. I'm not going to complain whatsoever. This is such a tight parking space. I always get anxious when I park this car next to my BMW. Hey, we fit.